You're live. You're live on Channel 4. It's Dana is here. Hey Dana, how are you doing? Are you alright, Dana? Hey Dana, are you alright, Dana? Viewers have joined this broadcast. Welcome to the 6 new viewers. You're 70 viewers now. That makes 76. I am good at maths. How much I fuck up my tax returns. Crabstickz is now trending of this. Is there any time that I'm not trending? It's nice to see everyone. Thanks for coming in. I'm a little bit tired. I'm not going to be as energetic today. I have been, due to the fact I've been spending all day trying to work out why I'm so poor. Top supporter Rebecca Barnes is here, and I don't mean poor. I just mean why life costs so much, if you know what I mean. Why being self-employed costs so much. I tell you, I know there's a lot of you out there who want to be YouTubers. I say, don't bother. It's really complicated. Being self-employed is so complicated, it's not worth the effort. I'd rather work in Tesco's at this point. Do you know what I mean? I would rather have a job in Tesco's and be a complete, no name, no online fame. I would sell it all tonight to have just a regular 9-to-5 job. But you know what? There's one thing that keeps me, striving. Thanks, Dana, for 1,000 bars, you mad bastard. Thanks for 50 likes. There's one thing that keeps me going online, and it's you guys. Thanks for the 50 likes. Hey, it's Dana has become my #1 fan. Hello, Dana. Tyler Richardson is here. You're all here, and I'm very tired. I thought to myself, I want to see what happens when I do YouNow, and I'm so tired that I can't talk properly. Today I'm just tired because of financial, form filling and all this kind of rubbish, because it's killing me. Hey, how are you today? Says Isa sincerely. Thank you for tipping me 100 bars, you crazy, crazy mofo. Isa sincerely, how are you today? As you can see, I'm depleted. My energy stocks are gone. And this is what happens. This is what happens when you work for yourself. I've literally spent all day just trying to understand what words mean. I see a lot of you are having the same problem. Thanks, Karina S. Carrie Ann. That's your name, isn't it? Your name's Carrie Ann. You can kind of tell that I'm dead inside you, because even though I'm really excited because I'm doing YouNow on the inside, on the outside I'm just, there's nothing left of me anymore. I often wonder sometimes if the lack of funds equates to my lack of creativity. Do you know what I mean? Whereby, because recently it's become very difficult to pay taxes, bank loans, and interest, and all these words I don't mean, that it's actually made me less creative. Which means, I don't know what that means. It means it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy or something, where you reach a certain level with YouTube that it kills you. Because I know a lot of people seem to imagine that YouTubers and people on the internet with the internet like fame are really rich or something. I know obviously like the top 10 YouTubers are probably quite limited, but I've not been in the plus in my bank account for 4 years. I haven't had plus money for 4 years. Anyway, thanks Mitch Agrabi for 50 likes. It means a lot. So not to be a Debbie Downer, I am an empty vessel today, good sir. I'm sure I'll be fine, on different days when it doesn't really get to you as much, but I don't even know why I'm always here, says Tyler Richardson. You're always here, Richardson, because you want to see the rollers that is my life. But 1 minute I'm all a bundle of energy doing Scots, and the next I keep my eyes open. Ooh, am I using my special Wi-Fi? I keep forgetting to use my Wi-Fi. It's going to go off. And we're back. Hopefully the Wi-Fi should be a little bit smoother now. If you were having problems, I do apologise. Isa sincerely, we appreciate and love you, Chris. Maybe that's why I've come on YouNow. Do you know what I mean? I mean that's one hell of a sentence. But obviously I'm not feeling great today. So I often work out in am I live? Am I alive? The comments have stopped moving, and I know it's not because you're listening to me. Am I live? Am I alive? Please don't. Somebody leave me a comment. Don't let me just have this existential breakdown where I'm not sure if I'm alive or not. Hello? Hello? I mean, this is just my life, isn't it? I don't even know if I'm live on the internet. I can't see any of your chat. It's just stopped. Can anyone hear me? Feels quite lonely. I suppose I'm just going to have to talk to myself. What are we doing here? Why are we doing this? I say we. I guess I'm talking to a sense of self that I've created inside my own mind. A sense of who I am, which is controlled by rules and boundaries that have been habitually put into my mind from birth. And now I believe my thoughts are my own. Oh, the chats have started again. That's alright then. I thought for a minute I was all alone here. Did something go wrong? I guess it's all just, maybe it just crashed on my side. Yeah, it's all back now, don't worry about it. The show will go on, as Jim Broadbent said in Moulin Rouge. Thank you, Isa, sincerely, for 50 likes. I did, well, I mean, it's not a new shirt. I bought it from Primark for about £6. I don't know why I got a new shirt. I think I must have felt like treating myself. You know, once in a while, even if you're going through financial troubles, it's nice to at least spend a little bit on yourself. So I bought this for £6. It's a long sleeve t-shirt, so I can have the sleeves up or down, which I always like. I don't know why I like that. It's probably just a hangover from having to wear a school uniform all the time. First show of yours, and now I have to leave. Thanks, Obama, says Heather. I really think you can't really blame Obama for that. I mean, you make me really happy, thank you, says Isa sincerely. You make me happy with all your likes and your bars. You're always dropping emojis and stuff. What are you drinking? I'm drinking coffee, I think. It's very weak. I can't have my coffee too strong, else I'll shit myself. Thank you, Crystal H. It's snowing where I am, says Grace. Snow. Yeah. Snow, I guess. It's good. That's good. You need a big bubble bath, says Jen Cole 76. I guess I do. I don't know. I feel like I would still worry in the bath. And I don't have any bubble bath. I don't think I've had a bath for years now. I remember at university in a small bathroom that didn't have any air vents, and I fainted and threw up. I mean, I'll look into it. You know, a bath sounds like a good idea. My intuition is saying I should have a bubble bath. Yeah. Sophie Alice says, I was too shy to say hi to you once. That does make sense. I'm just a bit distracted because there's a load of noise going on outside, fireworks and shit. Fireworks at this time of year. Some people are nuts. If you ever see me in real life, do feel free to come and say hi anytime you want. I will attack you though, so be ready for that. I'm always in a mood when I'm walking around London or Harrogate, or because you know I have to go somewhere or do something or go to some kind of meeting or pick something up or get there, and I'm usually in a mood, and then someone stops me and I just slap them across the face. Thank you for everything you do, says Elise. I don't do enough. I'm trying to... I won't talk about it. Send your Doctor Who audition tape, Chris, says Jen Cole. I'm really pissed off about that. The whole Peter Capaldi's not Doctor Who thing after this series. Really pissed off. Because I think he's my favourite Doctor. The only reason the views are down is because the stories are so fucking stupid. Peter Capaldi is a very serious actor. He's a very good actor, right? And he was put with stories with stupid fart sounds and dumb shit. You know what I mean? And it didn't work. A lot of what they made him do didn't work because they were applying the same Doctor Who story that they gave to Matt Smith and David Tennant. Ooh, I'm quirky, timey-wimey, I do quirky things. And really, Peter Capaldi was a much more grounded Doctor. He was older, he was gothic. There should have been more horror stories. Instead, he's pissing around with some fucking Dr. Mysterio or whatever it was. That superhero one. It's just nuts, that show, isn't it? And I'll always watch it. I think it's still my favourite show. Even weird episodes I like. It's just that they should have changed the show to suit him. It felt like it was just Matt Smith's show, but they'd put Peter Capaldi in it. Should have been a different show. Because even if it's somebody cool next, even if they find this great new actor and everyone's like, oh, it's going to be so cool, they've got him, they're still going to be using the same goofy music, same like weird goofy sound effects and weird acting. It's time to change the show a little bit. We've done goofy now. We've had fucking... I don't know what the goofiest thing is. You know, fucking... them talking rhinos. We've done the goofy shit. Let's just... I think it should be a show, right, where people complain that it's too scary for kids, do you know what I mean? Or it's too inappropriate for kids. That's what used to happen, but now it's... even the kids don't want to watch it because they feel like they're too old for it. After every episode of Doctor Who, the BBC should be inundated with parents going, that was well too scary. That was far too scary. Because then you're back to what it's sci-fi, it's horror, it's supposed to be something, you know. It's not supposed to be timey-wimey, goofy, fucking supernatural, as in the TV show shit, you know, drama. Thanks for pronouncing my name right. That's alright, Carrie-Anne S. That's alright. I'm getting used to you now. I lied, I ended up staying, says Heather Newbill. God bless you for staying. God bless you for sticking through. Tea or coffee, says Broken Howler. This coffee, it's always coffee because I need something to pick up. I'm not in the best of moods tonight. I've had enough with life. Being employed is also complicated though, says Tyler Richardson. You're right. Self-employment, employment, it comes with its lows, it comes with its highs, its pros, its cons. Definitely. I can't even talk properly. I think what I'm finding the most frustrating at the moment, though, is how I feel like so much of my time is taken up with anxiety and stress that I don't actually have enough brain power to make YouTube videos or to think YouTube videos. I have loads of ideas, but the idea of trying to implement them at a time when I'm supposed to be sorting stuff out all the time, it's basically like, for some reason, the tax people think I'm running a business, when really I'm just doing this. I'm just doing videos online. I don't really understand how I'm supposed to do this. And at the same time, there's never anybody really to talk to about it because nobody else is going through the same shit. Well, people are, but nobody wants to talk about it because it's money and it's boring. Don't insult Supernatural. I'll fight you, says Krusty McSponge. To be honest, I shouldn't have insulted the television show Supernatural. I shouldn't have done that because I haven't actually seen it. What I meant, and I got that all wrong, that's why I stopped talking about it. I got it all wrong. I just meant that Doctor Who's got a little bit, it's all a bit relationship-y and a bit, that basically it's like the writers, they're very aware of the whole Tumblr crowd and people shipping characters, and it's not, they don't seem to care so much about making a story rather than just having, you know, Joss Whedon dialogue and stuff. I don't know. Surely it shouldn't be that hard to make it good again. Just stop making it shit. Are you going to talk smack today, says Tyler Richardson? I don't know. I mean, tell me, what should I talk smack about? Because I'm in that kind of mood. I'm in that kind of mood to tell it how it is. Lester's girl says, hi Chris, how was your day today? It's not been a good day. I couldn't go for my walk because it was raining. And if I can't go for a walk, I get all angry. I need to be around nature. I need to see some dogs in the park. I guess it's a pro of being self-employed, having enough time to walk around a park and look at dogs. Does this mean we're friends now, says Carrie-Anne. Basically, Carrie-Anne is under the impression because I said her name correctly, that means we're friends. And it does, you're right. If I ever say anybody's name right in real life, do remember that means we're best friends. People should talk more about money, says Felicia Yu. Possibly. Maybe in real world, in real life. I don't know if people should talk that much about money on the internet, because that's where everything gets confused, isn't it? I mean, I guarantee all of you have more money than me. Like literally, like technically, you'll all have me than me. And I think there's a lot of YouTubers that you don't really make a lot on YouTube unless you're making 10 minutes videos every day. If any of your favorite YouTubers, if they're not making videos every day, you can safely bet that they're probably suffering from having no money. But then the problem with YouTube is if you pick up another job, then that's it. Then that becomes your job, and you've got a real job. And then YouTube is just this thing you do on the side, which means you're not putting in all your effort into it. But I mean, when you really think about it, when there's YouTubers complaining about the algorithm or complaining about stuff, I think it's safe to say they don't really mean they want their videos to go to subscribers. What they mean is this algorithm change or anything that changes on YouTube can literally make people poor, or that it can make people bankrupt, or like even if they've got millions of subscribers, it doesn't really matter, because this is all free. YouTube's a big free thing, isn't it? You guys subscribe to a channel for free. Just because somebody has 50 million subscribers doesn't really mean there's actually money being made. I don't know. I mean, I don't really like talking about it. This is why. What does a red crown mean? People keep coming into the broadcast that have red crowns, and I have no idea what it means. That's why I always feel so heartbroken when I see YouTubers having to explain themselves because they've done a sponsorship deal. To be honest, if there wasn't sponsorship deals going on YouTube, you wouldn't see any of you YouTubers. They'd all have left years ago to get proper jobs. Thanks for the applause, Jennifer. You need to go on a bear hunt, says Jen Cole. Do you know what? I think you're right. Money issues may be one thing, but at the end of the day, going on a bear hunt, which I'm not sure, is that a meme? Because I'm sure I heard my sister talking about that, bear hunt. Is that some shitty... Is it something from fucking Lazy Town? How was your day? Good, I hope, says Hey, it's Dana. Well, I mean, apart from not being able to walk outside, I did a bit of meditating. I watched a bit of This Morning. Thanks, South. Thanks, Ive Burke. I don't think I've done much. I've basically just been Googling questions about tax. Because I did my tax. You're supposed to, if any of you are self-employed, you have to do your tax, and this is the UK, you have to do your tax by midnight tonight. I did it days ago, but I'm just always really concerned that I've done it wrong, because I'm always paying quite a lot of tax, if you know what I mean. The point where you think, does anything I earn belong to me anymore? Like I get, if I got 2 million views on a YouTube channel video, I'd get £2,000. But then when you're taxed £2,000, it suddenly starts to feel like, well, why should I earn money then? I'm actually in this point, and this is only going to be interesting to people who are in tax at the moment. Everybody else is going to find this boring. But I've started to find that I don't want to earn anything anymore, because then it'll make next year's tax return easier. So rather than making YouTube videos and making YouNow and doing anything, writing a YouTube book, or vlogging every day of my life, or making other projects, I'm actually thinking to myself, well, let's not touch, because we might have to we'll have to do too much maths. Which that's fun, I guess. I guess that's what the government has created tax for. It's not really You know, it doesn't really make sense, does it? And that's it's to keep people down. It's to keep people suppressed into a mind loop, which means they haven't got any self power. So how was your day today, Dana? I hope that answered it. I hope that answered your answer, pet. But I do warn you, if you are wanting to be YouTubers out there, I tell you this, right? If you're in high school or college, sixth form, whatever, and you want to do YouNow or YouTube, do it now, right? Do it now, because when you have to start paying tax on it, it basically becomes pointless. So if you can do it while you're at home, not paying rent and not paying council tax and not paying for your electricity and not paying for your water and not paying for your heating and not paying for everything out your ass, then do YouTube. Be YouTubers now, because you know, when you, I don't know how old you have to be to start. Is it like 13? You have to be 13 or something. In your 20s, YouTube isn't fun anymore. So do it now. Did you have a haircut? No, I haven't. You should drive an ice cream truck, says Tyler Richardson. I love how innocent you guys are. You know, I'm in a lot of debt, and I'm totally open to your suggestions, but I'm not sure driving an ice cream truck is gonna push me over, you know, into the green. Because first of all, I'm gonna have to buy the truck. I'm gonna have to buy the supplies. I'm gonna have to train in how to do Mr. Whippy. I'm gonna have to train. That could take years. I am thinking of some crazy ideas, some real get-rich-quick ideas, though. You know, vlog every day of my life. Everything. Even more than the other vloggers do. I'm talking nudity. Which proper job would you ever take, says Jill in your head. Jill in your head. I would definitely, if I could get a job, because I've done YouTube now, right? I've been to America, I've made web shows, I've been on television, I've been in BBC stuff, I'm on Netflix, right? I've had all that fun. Part of me now just wants to work in Tesco's. You know, that kind of job where you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over, and every day's the same? That's kind of what I want, because the great thing about a 9 to 5 job is that when you finish, it's over. So at 5 o'clock, you get to say, right, that's it. Whereas when you're a YouTuber, the stress and the anxiety is almost 24/7. I've started to work out now that as soon as my eyes open in the morning, I'm worried instantly. And that goes on all day until I sleep. Whereas at least with a 9 to 5, at 5 o'clock you can go, right, my life now, my time now, I'll see you again at 9. And you don't have to think about it again. That's what you see, but Tyler Richardson said, I'm working 9 to 5 right now and it's hell. Shush. Well, you see, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying at this point, I feel like I wanna trade my hell in for a 9 to 5 hell. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's a different type of hell. I want a different type of hell for a bit. I mean, I'm only complaining today because today's been a very form-filling in day. I'll be fine tomorrow. I need to get an accountant or something. I really want a personal assistant. I really want a personal assistant. Someone who just does all this shit I can't do. I just find it so irritating. All I want to do is be able to make YouTube videos all day. And I could do that. All I need is help. I just need a little bit of help. Please help me. Let's trade jobs for a bit. What do you do, Tyler Richardson? What do you do then? I work and study part-time and relate to you, says Felicia Yu. I do think Tyler Richardson's now my number one fan. I do think we all take on a bit too much, don't we? But then how can you not when that's apparently how you get, isn't it, by being successful at everything all the time. I wish everyone would stop implying that I should join the adult film entertainment industry. Tyler Richardson back on top. I mean, on the fan thing. I'm a personal assistant, hire me, thanks, says Tyler Richardson. I wouldn't hire a fan. It'd have to be somebody who doesn't know who I am. I'm implying that you're a fan there. You might just be a casual viewer. I give German classes to refugees, says Not Julia. Interesting, I could do that. I could give English lessons to frogs. Can you name my ukulele, says Grace. Call it Balls. Have you been listening to any music? I haven't. No, I've not got time for that. I'm too busy, worried about life. I can't listen to music or watch films or go, or hang around with friends. I've got to fix this problem first. I'm in more debt than you. Shut up, says Tyler Richardson. I'd tell you how much debt I'm in, but I feel like that's sharing too much information. Who would you pick to hashtag spawn you? I've always wanted to be sponsored by video games people because then not only are you sponsored by them, but you also get sent free shit. I don't like the idea of being sponsored by food that's bad for you, like sweets and Coca-Cola. And I really don't want to be sponsored by anything that's potentially bad. Do you know what I mean? Like cars and exhaust fumes and shit like that. And McDonald's and, meat eaters. Which basically rules out everyone. You don't get to choose who sponsors you. Thanks, Dana. Oh God. Hey, it's Dana is now my top fan. Tyler Richardson, you're out of here. You're dead to me now. It's all about Dana now. It's Dana. Fashion changes. Trends are always changing. Yeah, it used to be Tyler Richardson. Yeah, she used to be my number one biggest fan, and it was all about Tyler Richardson. But then now it's all about Dana. It's all about Dana now. Dana. I want Dana t-shirts. I want Dana paintings on walls. I want people just talking about Dana wherever they go. Yeah? I want the kids talking about Dana in the playground. I want Dana little cups. I want Dana bobbleheads. Do you know what I mean? Dana's number one fan now. All of you are just losers compared to Dana. Tyler Richardson says I have more dollars than you. I guarantee you do. I guarantee you do. I'm an assistant for film directors in LA. I don't believe you, Tyler Richardson. Tyler Richardson is now my number one fan. I'm out. You are so last week. It's all about Tyler Richardson now. I want little Tyler Richardson pins. I want Tyler Richardson mugs. I want everybody to get tattoos of Tyler Richardson on their faces because she is the new Gaga. She is everything. She is what makes the world go round now. It's all about Tyler Richardson. We're going to be talking to some people in Los Angeles, in Hollywood. We're going to make some Tyler Richardson movies, some television series. It's going to be all over Netflix. New Netflix original, Tyler Richardson show. The last person, I don't even know anymore. I can't even remember. It's Tyler Richardson. No Tyler merch, please. I hate this, says Tyler Richardson. It's not up to you, Tyler. You're the number one fan. You're the number one fan, so this is what you have to understand. If you're my number one fan, you're going to be so busy. You're going to be doing interviews. You're going to be going into Celebrity Big Brother house. You're going to be very busy. I am drinking rosé and praying for death. Thanks, Dana, for 1,000 bars. Oh, Dana's now my number one fan. But before we talk about that, I should mention Cloudy Bookie is drinking rosé and praying for death. Don't drink rosé. It's cheap and nasty. Move up. I'm a liar. I'm a social media manager, says Tyler Richardson. Hey, it's Dana is now #1 fan. Who was it last week? My God, fashions are changing so much. I can't even remember who's #1 fan. Who was it? It's always about Dana. Dana has tipped another 500 bars. It's always been about Dana. She's #1. Tyler Richardson says, Dana, fight me. I'm the original #1. Okay, guys, I will not allow fighting. Okay? Or any kind of cyberbullying. Cyberbullying, we're the bullies of the future. Crabstickz is now number 77 on top broadcasters. Nice. I am snowed under has tipped me 500 bars. I tip my hat to you, sir. A woman. Statistically, you're probably a woman. Lisa Sticks has tipped me 50 bars. I tip my hat to you, sir. Or woman. But again, you are all women. None of you are boys. I've checked my YouNow statistics and it has showed me that I am being currently watched by 1% females. This is true. Carrie Ann has tipped bars. I tip my hat to you. Chris, are you drunk? There's a few people asking me if I'm drunk, and I realise I'm very different today, but it's because I'm so tired. I've read some recently that says when you're really tired, it does cause you to be a bit drunk. I can't remember what I read it off. It was probably fake news. Fake news. Believe me, when I'm drunk, I'm not like this at all. This is that kind of drunk that because I've been staring at a computer for so long, looking at how much money I owe for now, I've just got so tired. And it's making me a bit slurry. I wish I was drunk, but I don't drink more. I haven't drank in a long time. Thanks, Dana. You've tipped me 100 bars. Dana is #1. Dana will always be #1. What did you do for your cousin? What you did for your cousin was very sweet. Tyler Richardson is now #1 fan. Dana, you can go to hell now. You go to hell. You're finished. It's over for you. Give up. Hey, it's Dana who's tipped 1,000 bars. Now Dana is #1 fan, I think. Although it can't keep up with it. Girls, just stop. Stop this, okay? You are both #1. I mean, you both can't technically be #1. Hey, it's Dana is #1. But in my heart, which is, it's somewhere, you are all #1. Not all of you. Not all the common plebs in the common chat, in the regular chat. No, are not important to me at all. But my top 10 fans are very important to me. They are like my little babies, my puppus. I couldn't give a shit about the regular chat. Rude. What you did for your cousin was very sweet, says Rose Static. It was sweet, and he came round this to say thank you. But he's a very young kid, and I didn't really want to give him a massive shout out because he hasn't really started. Thank you. He hasn't really started making yet. He's only pissed around on YouTube with a couple of gaming videos, a couple of vlogs, and I didn't want to give him 1,000 subscribers before he's even started. But because he's one of these young kids that have grown up with the internet, he does want lots of subscribers right now. He doesn't know what to do with YouTube. He doesn't really have any. He doesn't have a lot of videos to want a lot of subscribers. But I mean, I'd help him out. I can't send over, too many people. Hey, can you name my baby Ball Pop? Is that 30? I don't know. Do you play Overwatch, my buddy? I wish I could. I'd love to be able to afford a PS4. I want to be able to do videos. I mean, that seems like a lazy millennial thing to do, isn't it? That's like that with 100% return. When are we going to fight, says Tyler Richardson. There's not going to be any fighting, okay? Calm your tits. How is Dana so loaded, says Tyler Richardson. Well, a lot of the time I find that when I get gold bars on this, they're usually counterfeit. Dana, please pay my student debt, says Tyler Richardson. Here's some money advice for you. You don't need to pay your student debt. You'll be earning a certain amount of money to have to pay your student debt. Don't worry about student debt. Just let it exist for the rest of your life. It doesn't accrue interest. It doesn't accrue any extra put onto it, and you don't have to pay any of it back until you're earning well over £30,000 or some shit. There's nothing wrong. You're probably not even doing monthly payments. Leave student debt. And to anyone who hasn't gone to uni yet, don't bother with it. I'm £400,000. No, I'm $400,000 in student debt. Help. That's impossible. That is impossible. How can you be £400,000 in student debt? How is that possible? Probably not your finest advice, says George. Hey, I'm giving out high quality advice. I watch the Money Guy on This Morning, and then I try and remember it, and then I tell you guys what I think I remember him saying. He really is a funny boy, this Crabstickz. You spelt my name wrong, Lauren. Jeez, channel tipped 100 bars. Imagine it's Chanel. You're right, my name's Channel. I think you're dead. I think you're dead hot. My name's Channel. Do you want to go out with me? I don't know how you do it, says somebody, but I clicked away too fast. I do apologise. I can't control myself. Gonna get fired from job for watching, says Amaparapavapov. Quit your job. Quit your job. Wouldn't it be good to be able to turn to your employer and say, "Yeah, wrecked." Thanks, Crystal H, for tipping me 100 bars. Don't let anyone control you. Become self-employed like me. I mean, yeah, you might end up not having any money for 4 years, but it means you get to spend all day watching daytime TV. Is Whipped coming back? Love your work, says I'm snowed under. I've no idea what's happening with Whipped. We're trying to get it seen by people. We're trying to get it out there, but of course, what I'm trying to do now is I want to open it up and try and send it to some American people and see if it can be made in America, or to see if the Americans would fund it, because I know a lot of you are probably trying to make web series or stuff on the internet. In America, there's a lot more of it being made, so it tends to be, there's a lot more money going around. But, you know, possibly one day it could end up being all reshot and remade in America. We don't know yet. I mean, we're keeping our options open, but at the end of the day, when you're an independent web series, there's not that many options open to you. US unis are too expensive, that's how. I mean, surely. I mean, I'm just going to make a quick point, right? Surely universities and school should all be completely free, because if you educate kids and teenagers and young adults fully in science and maths and entertainment and all this stuff, then when they leave, they'll make the whole world better. They'll make the country better. Thanks, Ma, for 50 bars. You know, the scientists will make, cure the cancer. The engineers will make faster cars. It'll be really, really great. So let's make student debts go. Let's make student education completely free, and then reap the rewards. Because everyone's dead clever. And universities don't need all that money. What is education? It's just somebody who has information giving that information to somebody else. I mean, you can't charge people for education now. We've got computers. I tell you, I honestly do believe you shouldn't go to university if, I don't know about everybody else's topics, but if you're doing art, drama, fucking dance, anything that's creative, right? And you're not going into it because you want to be a teacher. If you want to be a teacher, then do what you want to do. But don't go, if you want to be an actor, don't go to uni. If you want to be a painter, don't go to uni. If you want to be a writer, don't go to uni. For the love of fucking God, don't go to uni. It's a biggest waste of your fucking time. Of course, you've got to have self-discipline and self-control to say, do you know what, I'm going to not go to uni, but I'm still going to have, social interactions and build up a network, and I'm also going to work just as hard. I'm going to self-teach myself. But for the love of God, it's such a waste of time. And you end up, here's the thing with uni, and this is only going to apply to some of you, right? But what I fear is the problem with university when you apply it to a creative art. Let's say, example, you're studying, you want to be a writer, and you go to uni to study it. Because of all the crap you have to do, and because of all the money that's involved, and because of all the time wasting that's involved, I think it can make you hate the original thing. So when you come out of university, there's a little part of you that wants to avoid writing because it was such a bore ache at uni. But here's the thing, here's what I'm also going to add to this advice. Basically, I'm protecting myself just in case some of you fuck your lives up and it's my fault. I would say that it's just for me in particular, right? My personality type. If you're one of these people that's really dead organised and you're really clever and you can keep your shit together easily and you don't drink much alcohol and you're not easily persuaded by peer pressure, then go to uni, you're going to have a great time. But if you're like me, I spent I did theatre studies in Huddersfield. I think I owe £18,000 now, and I've never been asked for my credentials by, somebody doing an audition. I've been to loads of auditions. They don't start the audition with, so what did you get in university? They don't give a shit. Same with painting or writing a book. Nobody will give a shit what you've got because it's all about the results. It's different if you're doing science and shit, of course. But what I found is, one, I spent most of it pissing around because you're not busy all the time. You're not busy all the time. Sometimes you're working, sometimes you're not. Most of it was pissed around. There was no guided learning. The library was shit. You end up drinking loads. They give you more money than you need, so you spend it on alcohol, and you have a good 4 years. Trust me, right? Here's the thing, university is the best 4 years of your life. But there's a reason for that, because you get so much access to money and student loans and stuff that you can buy alcohol and clothes and video games. You can have nice, cool, trendy student digs. You can buy a guitar. It's the most freeing life, like 4 years of your life. The problem is, after that's finished, you've got to get used to the fact that you've been living in a fucking wonderland. Do you know what I mean? You've been living in fucking wonderland. You've had all this money, you've been drinking alcohol, you've been pissing around, you've not been learning properly. The stuff you've learning is not even useful to you. And now when you're finished, you don't know what the fucking hell you're doing is. What? Fuck? What? Thanks, Dana, for 100 bars. I'm going to end that there. I want to help produce Whipped, please, says Tyler Richardson. It might have to get to that point, where we start opening it up to just people. Do you know what I mean? Let's get you guys funding it. Let's get you guys directing and fucking writing and somebody. We need somebody to do crafts. Thanks, Archimedes Merlin, for 100 bars. That's dead nice of you. Tea and a live show equals lovely evening. I kind of like how this is a live show. I've always wanted to be a live, comedian. I mean, this isn't actually live because I'm talking to you in the protection of a laptop, but thanks, Francis K. Can you see how my moods changed though? What came on tonight, I was dead behind the eyes, filling out a tax return, and so he's got a picture that's my painting from my old house. And, I was wasted. Not drunk, I mean, literally wasted. But now look at me, I'm full of life. It's like how the universe works. You've got to give to be able to receive. I had a funny feeling if I came on YouNow, I might be re-energized. I might be re-energized with the power of the universe. And in order for that to work, I understood, just ask for energy. You've got to give energy. I'm giving you all my love. I'm sending you kisses. and now I'm receiving back energy, and I'm going to shit my pants because it's too powerful. I paid that much for an acting degree, says Tyler Richardson. Acting is reacting. Acting. I definitely, if any of you are thinking of studying at university for acting, please don't. Please don't. I mean, if you're going to be going to, your RADA or something, then maybe. Even RADA's a bit bullshit if you think about it. I can honestly say, right, there's only one thing that's helped improve my acting, and that is experience in acting. Nothing else. I didn't come out of uni being able to act. They told me it was a 50-50 course. It was going to be 50% practical, 50% fucking the opposite of that. What's the opposite of practical? Writing, theory. And was it bollocks? We ended up doing maybe 3 plays that were shit. That's over 4 years. Do you know what I wanted to do? This is what I wanted. I wanted to be if you're going to do an acting course, you should be putting on a play every fucking week. You shouldn't be learning anything. It should just be a play every week for 4 years. Then you'll be a good actor. Trust me. You won't be learning anything. There's no all this fucking Stanislavski shit. Yeah, it's nice to have a look and see what he did, and have a look what Brett did, and have a look what other people did. I mean, I don't know any more than that because, 18 grand gets you the knowledge of 2 theatre practitioners. I don't even act more, says Tyler Richardson. Can you believe that? Tyler Richardson telling me that she's got 400,000... She's now my number 1 fan. She's got $400,000 worth of student debt for an acting degree, and she doesn't even act anymore. And I tell you why, Tyler Richardson, because again, it proves what I'm saying. Sometimes when you end up doing a course and you end up owing so much money to that course and you don't feel you've got your money's worth, you end up hating the original topic. Do you know what I mean? Not that I hate theatre, but I haven't been in theatre. I did theatre studies and I've not gone anywhere near theatre because I feel like they're going to ask for money because of my student loan. Carrie Ann S. In other words, I should drop out. So somebody here is asking whether they should drop out halfway through, maybe. I mean, to be honest, the problem with all this talk of university is it's all down to you guys. It's all down to your individual personality, who you want to be when you're finished and all this bollocks. But all I'm going to say, right, here's the thing. They ask you guys if you want to go to university and spend loads of money far too fucking early, right? They ask you when you're far too young. Your early 20s is not when you should be deciding this shit. Here's what I do suggest. I've always felt this is a good thing. Take a couple of years off. When you finish college, don't go straight into uni because you don't really need to. Whatever the subject is, just take in some world stuff. Just get a job. Do something really boring. Have a really shit job for a bit, and then go into uni because you really want it. I don't know. I feel like it's one of the biggest scams we do in this world. If it was completely free, then there wouldn't be so much shit involved because the people who just do it for the money wouldn't be there. All I'm saying is this. I really can't give you advice on what you should do, but what I can say is if I could go back in time, I would not have gone to uni. I would have spent those 4 years just doing my own thing. But unfortunately, you can't go back in fucking time. But what they do to make you go to uni is they just keep saying shit like, you need to go to uni to get a degree or you won't be employed. It teaches you social skills. Being in social situations teaches you social skills. You don't learn that at university. You learn that at university because there happens to be people there. It doesn't teach you how to teach yourself, self-learning. And it just, they keep saying that that's what you need to get a job. And because you're all young, you're dead young people, aren't you? You're all young and trendy. You listen to that and you think, well, yeah, that does make sense. But it's not always the case. Especially afterwards, after doing 4 years of uni, I really realised when I put all the work together, I could 6 months. I could have sat in a library, got all the books about drama, learn it all, and I could have done that in 6 months with a free library membership card. I didn't need to be doing, because my timetable for uni used to look like Monday, nothing, Tuesday, nothing, Wednesday, you've got 1 hour, Thursday, 2 hours, Friday, nothing. And the rest of the time you're spending it on Alka-Pops. My God, I'm glad uni is free here. Where do you come from, Felicia? But I bet wherever you come from is doing a lot better than England, isn't it? I'm in production school now. Help, says Tyler Richardson. I don't even know what production school is. Uni is an easy way to move to London, though, says Emma Victoria. I tell you, I know what it feels like to want to move to London. I feel like most creative people, most young people, you want to move to London, and I can feel it. I felt it in my bones. I just wanted to move to London. Well, I'm back in Harrogate now because I was priced out. And I'm not too fussed about London anymore. Do you know what I mean? It's really expensive. Uni is free in Scotland doing engineering. Hannah Strawson, I want you to get your country and I want you to kiss it open-mouthed on the lips, because you're going to come out of engineering. I can feel it already. I can feel your energy for some reason, Hannah. You're actually quite down to earth. You're quite enjoying uni, aren't you? You're having a bit of a laugh with it, and you're going to come out, you're going to have your mates, and you're going to be fixing cars or whatever engineers do. I don't know, make moon rockets, and you're going to have a really good life, Hannah. I can feel it. I don't even need coffee to see that future. I can see it. All you've got to do is keep saying it to yourself, and it'll just come to you. It's a bit like that book, The Secret, but the actual secret. Any tips for surviving A-levels, says Cloudy Bucket. I feel like A-levels, GCSE, SATs, all these shit that they do, it's all bullshit. It's all about teaching kids stress, anxiety, and making them feel useless. If I could go back in time again and do GCSEs again, do tests again, do you know what I would do? Is I wouldn't take it so seriously, because that, if you take it seriously, it stops you being able to absorb knowledge. Because here's the thing, a lot of you young people, you have these tests, and I think you equate the results to a sense of self. So if you get an F, you feel like a failure. If you get a C, you feel like a bit stupid. The truth is, all of these tests are not an indicament, if that is a word, it is not an indicament of how much you actually know, what kind of a person. It's just remembering facts and then being able to regurgitate those facts. And I tell you, all the things you're learning for your A-levels right now, everything I learned from my A-levels is completely forgotten. I've forgotten all of it because it's a memory test. And if you don't keep memorizing every day, you forget. The only way I could keep remembering what I did in my A-levels is to have done it, to be doing an essay or researching it, or what do they call it, revision. If I did revision after my A-levels of all the information every single day, then I would know what it is, or all the facts. But the truth is, I don't know any of my A-level questions. If I went back and did my A-levels now, tonight, if I had to do it tonight, I'd get all Fs, because it's 100% a memory test. Therefore, first of all, don't stress about it, because that ruins your memory, and they know that. What you want to be doing is this. And here's what I learned from learning lines for plays and stuff, and for films, is that the brain is quite good at memorizing. Remember, your A-levels is not about how clever you are, it's about how much shit you can memorize. What you want to be doing is breaking it down into the smallest chunks and just doing the smallest bits, and you want to be doing that as soon as possible. Because I also feel it takes about 3 days for that memory to turn into subconscious and to become just what you know. It's almost as if just take dead small chunks. I wouldn't do more than 20 minutes, do you know what I mean? You know, all these kids are doing, I'm doing 5 hours of revision before the test tomorrow. Fuck that shit. That's the equivalent of me doing 5 hours of line learning before I'm in a episode of fucking Coronation Street. I wouldn't be able to remember any of it. Just keep trying to learn it now. Like it's, repetition over a long period of time and it will be second nature. That's what somebody said. Pale horse. And I think that might sound obvious, but I think a lot of young people get confused and they don't really think of it as just literally it's just a memory test. They instead think of it as, oh, I'm so stupid, And to be honest, you probably are, because the stuff they try and teach you at school is bullshit. It's the kind of stuff that you can just Google now. The fact that you have to learn about stalactites and stalagmites, what's the point? We've got Google. We should be learning how to be better people, learning how to be better social people, learning how not to be anxious and how to get what you want from life. We should be learning about fucking division. But that's what I'm saying. If you just do the memory test. Do your memory test. Learn it all. Repetition. And then once you get all A's because you've learnt their stupid fucking shit, you put 2 fingers up to your school, you walk out the school gates and you forget everything it taught you. And it's so important to forget everything that school has taught you. Everything. About individuality, about expressing yourself, about fucking that books are boring. They do that, They do that. They make you read books. They make you read stuff and work to a point that after school, you don't want to read books for yourself. But books can actually change your life. I can see some of you going through your GCSEs. I tell you, if I was the Prime Minister, right, of England tomorrow morning, I would declare school literally over. All the schools would be over so that we could develop a new way of learning. No child should go through a test. And those examination halls where you're all sweating in exam lines? Absolute bullshit. And it makes me so mad that you just can't change it. That's just the way the world is, man. It's just the way the world is. Yeah? You can't change it. I mean, it's just the way the world is. You have to accept it. Chris for Prime Minister. Is this it? Am I declaring that I'm going to run for Prime Minister? I'd be too good at it, and I'd be assassinated. That's always what I've thought. In order to be Prime Minister, I would have to try and be a little bit shit just so I'm not assassinated. Because first of all, school is over. There's no school. And you all just get guided learning, right? And all the cars would be stopped. No more cars. You're not allowed to drive anywhere. The course killed my passion, says Tyler Richardson. And I mean, if we can take anything from Tyler Richardson's horror story, it's that, again, if you're doing a creative art, think twice about going into uni because it may just kill your passion for it. I already produced for Sammy Paul, says Tyler Richardson. Well, I must already have met you then, Tyler. I just don't... Do I already know who you are? I don't recognise your avatar. You're welcome for the energy. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for giving me energy, although I feel like it's gone a bit bitter now. University of Crabstickz, where I would bring you all in, and you'd pay me some money. I mean, it's not completely free, the University of Crabstickz, a couple of grand, and I'd teach you all how to love yourself. I love your advice, says Hey It's Dana. Take my advice as entertainment. Do you know what I mean by that? Do you need a hug, says Luna Miav. I don't need a hug. I don't like people touching me. How to stop existential crisis about A-level. says Cloudy Bookie. She seems to be having an existential crisis. And there, you see, again, it's difficult because I've been in your position, and the problem that I have trying to tell you about A-levels is that when I was in your position, it doesn't really matter what older people say because it doesn't make sense with your brain chemistry and who you are, because you'll be a young person if you're doing your A-levels. Now I'm an older person, I'm a wiser person, I can look back at school and I've realised that adults are, they're literally taking the piss. Adults think they know what's best for kids. They think they know that putting kids through exams and stress and anxiety and social ostracisation and bullying and cyberbullying, they think this is good for children, when it really isn't. But it's hard to be in that position when you're in school because you see all these people in charge of you and you believe that they're in charge of you. It's a massive babysitting club, and to try and stop your existential crisis, please try and remember that your A-levels and who you are completely separate things, completely separate entities. Whether you get A's or whether you get F's, it doesn't change who you are or what you're capable of in any way. To the point where I do believe A-levels may exist to try and put you down, to try and weaken you, to make you come out of school thinking you're a bit stupid. Because I got all C's. I don't think... I got an A in drama because my drama teacher thought I was really good at drama. But apart from everything else, I think I got C's, E's. I think I got a couple of U's. I've got the certificate somewhere. I can show you the certificate. Here's the thing. When people ask me what A-levels I've got, I actually don't know what I've got because I didn't even go to the day to pick up the results. I wasn't that bothered. I really wasn't bothered. And I was going to a theatre school anyway, so I just did a really good audition, and that was it. Don't need fucking A-levels. I absolutely hate school. Let's lighten it up a bit. What kind of dog do you think you would be? Asks Chanel. What kind of dog would I be? I do remember the best days of school there was when a dog got in. There's a dog in the school! There's a dog in the school! Yeah! I don't know, maybe like a border collie. I hope one day I end up doing the voice of a dog in some DreamWorks film. That's all I ever wanted. Do you think time travel will ever exist? I think it already does. I think it already does exist. And I think it's quite possible to time travel. The only issue is, I think what we believe time travel actually is, and what you can do with time travel, is not exactly what actually happens. I think time travel is a lot more trippy and a lot more weird than just getting into a box and then being able to step out that box and go, oh, it's 1981! Do you know what I mean? I think we might be time travelling all the time. Constantly back and forth. Do you know what I mean? I think when you're quiet enough and you meditate and you're connected to your deeper self, I think you can time travel. Now, like I say, I'm not going to be able to go back to 1981, but you can draw from certain energies. Do you know what I mean? You could draw from energies. It's a lot more complicated. But essentially, no. Sorry for all my A-level questions, says Cloudy Bookie. I wouldn't worry about it. I'm having an existential crisis now because of my taxes, and you're having an existential crisis because of your A-levels. And you know what? I've just reminded myself that I had a feeling, I had a deep intuition that I should have come on YouNow tonight. I've really got to say, I've got to stop saying I'm coming on YouNow. Because I've got neighbours. I'm coming on YouNow. Thanks, Lily. Do you know what's happened tonight is I've come full circle. I came on YouNow. I came on this social media streaming website because I thought to myself, I don't feel like coming on this website. I don't feel like being online tonight. Thanks, puppy. Because I feel really down, but maybe I could learn something. And through talking about your A-levels, I understand more about my tax. The reason I get down because of financial problems is because, again, I'm connecting financial problems with who I am. Therefore, if I have shit financial problems, I think I'm a shit person and I'm not able to create YouTube videos. The opposite would be true. If I was given £100 million and I had loads of money, I would think I was the fucking tits, when really I'm not any different to any of these different points. This is what I'm saying. You're not connected to your A-levels, and you're not connected to your financial situation. You bastards. So now I feel better. I feel much better about myself. Who cares if I haven't got any money? I can still make YouTube videos. I can still do YouNow. I can still, paint a pretty picture. I can do whatever I want. And just like I'm saying with A-levels, that sometimes I believe A-levels are made to try and put you down a bit, to try and put you in a box, to try and teach you more about stress than education. I think the same can be said about, self-employed tax. It's putting a boundary on me. It's putting something on me that says, no, you've got to do your tax. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to find an accountant. I'm just going to throw a load of receipts at him at the end of the year, and I'm going to live like a fucking king. Do you check your Snapchat? I don't. To be honest, because I'm of a certain age, I really do like social networks. I like my Twitter, but I also believe too many of them just send you a bit nuts. So, for example, sometimes I'll play with Instagram, but I'm not really on Instagram. YouTube, YouNow, and Twitter, and I go on Facebook sometimes to see what my nan's doing. But apart from that, I'm not picking up anymore. I'm not going to be doing Musically. I'm not doing Instagram. I'm not doing Snapchat. It's just too much. Do you know what I mean? I know you kids can, because you've got so much energy, and you've got the attention span of a dead goldfish. But fuck Snapchat. I ain't got time for that. Anyway, you can't make any cash from it. What's the point? And I know that might sound bad, but here's what thanks, Isa, sincerely. Here's what I find that's a bit strange. If you create content for a website, or Musically, or Snapchat, you are keeping people on Snapchat. You are keeping people engaged with the platform. Snapchat is making money from that. Snapchat is making, it's building a bigger business. It has nice offices because everybody is keeping people on the website. It essentially means you're working for free. When you sit around thinking of funny tweets to write all day, they creative content. That's your clerk. If you're a load of tweets, you're basically writing for free. You're giving away your writing for free. I know a lot of you're gonna talk about but it's good exposure. It kind of isn't. It kind of isn't. Do you know what you should do if you've got loads of good ideas for tweets? Is you and write a book. Don't sell your writing for free. It's up to you what you do. I do have friends that are drawings for specific, and they're literally doing it for free. Snapchat. Just with the people who follow me. Getting into it, is there? Mental. By the way, my username is pronounced Lily Psycho. Says Lily Psycho. I was saying Psycho. I went to the doctors and you're still on, says Isa sincerely. Jesus Christ, how long have I been on? It's an hour 14. It might be time to wrap up, although it does look like it's frozen again. How do you feel about capitalism, says Cloudy Bucky. Whew. Let's not get into that. Here's the thing with, I've only just realised this recently, that everything we're living in, school, uni, cars, television, everything, it's literally made up, isn't it? It's just a made up system that we've gone, yeah, rejig it. Let's just have a bit of fun. And then when that gets boring, we'll do capitalism again. It kind of makes me feel, doesn't it make more sense not to have one type of society? We could just have a couple just looping around once in a while. It's like in the Chinese people, when they have like the year of the dragon and the year of the rat, we'll just have the year of capitalism. And then we'll wipe out all the debts and have a year of fucking the other ones. I mean, I don't know. Fascism, yeah. Let's just have a year of fascism. For a laugh. Do you know what I mean? I've always thought if I was a prime minister, do you know what I really wanted to do? Is I want to be exactly like Hitler, but like a really good Hitler. So it'll be like one massive parody. And I'm actually the prime minister. This isn't a joke. I'd be the actual prime minister, but I'd be a parody of Hitler. So even though I'm Hitler, when we use symbols and like the Nazi swastika and all that shit, it'd be different. But like I'd be a tyrant, but a really nice one. I'm still shouting at people. Basically a good dictator. Sometimes I can't get to sleep at night, and that's what I think about. I think about being good Hitler. And you know how the swastika was like a black symbol with a white background? I'd be good Hitler, so it would be a white swastika on a black background. And it would just be like, you must hug each other. You must hug somebody every day. So it would be like I'm Hitler, but I'm really good. I'm in year 10. Any more GCSE advice? I'm sorry, I can't give you any more GCSE advice. I've forgotten all about it. But if you were missing the... I don't know why I put my leg up like that. It's a bit perverted. All I'm saying is just... It's a memory quiz. You're better off Googling it. How to get good memory. How to memorize. You do much better. Just kill me please, says Cloudy Bucky. Just kill me please, says Cloudy Bucky. Kill me please. I didn't revise exams and got all A's, says Hannah Strawson. Well, of course you did. Your education's free in Scotland. Scotland. I always feel Scotland is slightly better than England. Do you know what I mean? Both within its soul and in its mind. I missed you, says Fantastic Foursome. I missed you. Amy name is pronounced Isa, by the way. Alright, I'm sorry if I can't pronounce everyone's names properly. But you come up with some weird shit. You may like Bo Burnham. Society Sucks. I do like Bo Burnham. Yeah, he's good. But I do feel like he does upset himself sometimes, doesn't he? He does get very angry. GCSE advice, please. I'm in year 10. You've asked that already, pork on toast. Although, I've got some advice. Look into your diet. And I know that sounds mental, but I've been reading a lot recently about gut bacteria. Thank you, I'm snowed under. And how, if your diet's not very good, it can affect what you learn. It can affect what you can memorise. I know it might not sound very appealing to have a healthy diet, but I'm saying you should go all green or something. I mean, do your research, have all the vitamins you can, exercise really good, and then you'll be able to memorise all these fucking questions better. But the thing is, I can already imagine you saying, nah, it's too much work, isn't it? Fuck it. That's what they should be teaching you at school. They should be teaching about healthy diets and exercise. That's all you should be doing, because that's what life is, being healthy. Who gives a shit about maths? Don't get me started on it again. Thank you, Isa. Or Isa. You see, that's the thing, when you correct me on how to say your usernames, I forget how I was getting it wrong in the first place. Uni this year, says Hannah Strawson. You are too young, Hannah. It's okay, mate. My name's Isabella, laughing my ass off. I've my asshole off of my body. Has anyone seen my asshole? It should be on the floor, so don't step on it. In uni, I learned how to get drunk, says Tyler Richardson. God bless you for what you've achieved. They should focus on life skills like learning to do taxes, says Rose Tastic. You're damn right. Are we enemies now? Says Tyler Richardson. No, of course we're not. You're just making shit up now. Yeah, you should be able to just learn. You should, I think within the DNA of everyone, you've got your job, you've got who you're going to be and where you're going to go with your life. It's already written in you, right? So when you send kids to school, you shouldn't teach them anything because that might damage that self-knowledge, that might damage that understanding, okay? So what the teachers should do is not tell them anything but ask the children questions, do you know what I mean? And classes should be dead small, maybe even one at a time. That will make loads of jobs for everyone. And what it should be is it should be about what the child wants to learn, and then through that they will naturally become guided learning. Hi from Denmark. Hi, Leela. I'm failing maths. We're doing triangles, says Isa sincerely, or Isa, or Lisa. I'm failing maths. We're doing triangles. Fuck triangles. Triangles are bullshit. It's always been bullshit. Triangles is a form of mind control. I want to move to Manchester, says Tyler Richardson. Well, do it. If that's what your intuition is telling you, then do it. Because it will always be right. Felicia Yu from Denmark or Sweden? I asked Felicia Yu where she was and she sent me an emoji of a flag. But my laptop is currently in black and white. I won't tell you it's in black and white because it's insane. Can't tell whether that's the Denmark flag or the Sweden flag, although that's not the same, is it? You see, I can't remember anything from geography. Soz for starting the school rant, says Tyler Richardson. Obviously, I don't know what yesterday we were talking about bisexual Izzy. Today, school and how it could be abolished. I mean, at least it's theme. At least it's had a theme. Nazi gold, says Tiramisu. I'll be your assistant for free. Hire me, says Tyler Richardson. You can't offer your skills for free. That is not how you make money. Bless you, you deserve the world. Goodbye, says Cloudy Bucky. And on that note, I think I've tried to do half an hour with these shows. The fact that I've done an hour and a half is obviously... Basically, I'll always do 30 minutes with these YouNow shows, but once in a while somebody asks me a question that gets me obsessed. But I'll have to go now because I feel like I don't like staying too long because I'm crazy. I hope you have a good day at school tomorrow because I know a lot of you are going to school. And tomorrow, when you go to school, if you're listening to me now when you've got school tomorrow, I just want you to hold this thought inside your head. Just for me, just hold this thought in your head, right? All day, 9 to 5 or whenever school is now. Just hold this thought inside your head. This is bullshit, right? Every time the bell goes off, every time the teacher says something, when you put your tie on in the morning, remind yourself, this is bullshit. Goodbye.